This conceited little gadget companion, Sorush, has got a rather unique ability compared to every other gadget in the game. Naturally, I'm talking about the ability to fly around as her and interact with things. All of the new desert area in version 3.6 is full of puzzles and challenges that require her assistance. And it'll probably be the only place that ever does, because that's unfortunately how things tend to go in Genshin Impact. I do hope I'm wrong, but can't even fly around as her outside the region. It doesn't look good. Which sucks, because this is such a cool mechanic. One can even take photos from the sky with her, although they could do with updating the hide character option so that it applies to her as well. Best workaround I found is to pan the camera up as far as possible, then zoom in until she's no longer visible on the bottom of the screen. I'm really digressing here. While flying around, solving puzzles, completing challenges, turning her into a drone of doom, and taking photos are all very cool, her best and the likely completely unintended ability is that of being able to push living creatures. Surely you've once thought that hunting wild animals in Genshin Impact was just too difficult. But dismay no more, for Sorush is here to help you hunt those critters. All you need to do is simply add water. No, stop. No. Okay, almost there. Almost. Aha! Can't get away this time. What the heck? It's completely underwater and not turning into raw meat. The world no longer makes any sense. Little squirrel, you are most powerful indeed to defy the almighty laws of Tibet. Go now and be free. But the fox? Oh, no, no, no. Alright, I give up. Hunting with Sorush is not recommended. But that's okay, because she can do many other things, like defeat enemies without having to start a fight. Just use her skill to bring them out of their idle animations, disclaimer, does not work with all enemies, and follow the same principles as before. Just add water. Or if you're feeling extra venturous and aren't afraid of getting a little burned, spice things up with some fire. Yes, my Hilichurl friends.
The power of flame compels you! Hear the Inferno's call! Let the flames of redemption rage! From the ashes to this world anew!
Wait, the treasure chest didn't open. You mean burning the Hilichurls at the stake wasn't the solution?
Huh?
Oh, put out the flames. Of course, I knew that. While we're on the topic of Hilichurls, we need to talk about the two new ones, the Hilichurl rogues. Sorush can push them as well, but something about them is a little off. That something? They can fly. No, I'm not referring to the Animo one flying with the help of an Animo slime. This is what I'm referring to. You know, this seems awfully familiar. The enemies, they're learning. If I aggro them, will they stay up there or fall? Now, this can take a while to set up, and it also only seems to work with the Hilichurl rogues. I tried with the treasure hoarders, the dude fell yet somehow landed on his feet with no damage. Anyways, if you're wanting to give it a go yourself, this location here is your best bet. The rogue sits very close to the cliff, and the incline of the terrain makes it easier to push them. Once they no longer have solid ground beneath them, you'll have to lift them up. This can be tricky, which is entirely because of the rounded collision on both Sorush and the Hilichurl. When below and attempting to rise, Sorush will constantly be pushed out from beneath them. I found that, instead of simply holding the button to make Sorush rise, it's better to mash the button repeatedly while steadily keeping her center. A tedious process, but one that does its job. After some time, your Hilichurl friend will be chilling in the sky. Though you saw them floating in the air as I controlled my character, it's possible the enemy's location will reset upon exiting Sorush mode. What causes that? I'm not sure. It may be due to proximity, so try to have your character as close as possible to the enemy before deploying Sorush. Her interactions amongst the types of enemies in the region vary. As mentioned earlier, some enemies react to her using her skill, such as Eremite Desert Clearwater.
Welcome, welcome.
While others, like the Consecrated Beasts, ignore her as if she's just a fly buzzing around. I'll probably sound like a broken record in these Sorush videos, but wow do I wish we could deploy her everywhere in the game. Being restricted to this region is such a drag. My little experimenter's heart is pained. On a brighter note, the Iniquitous Baptist can also be pushed. If you watched my video where Sorush defeats the Iniquitous Baptist before the fight begins, you may recall that I mentioned the boss's model has no collision below the map, and that the collision for the model is actually above ground, in the middle of that swirling energy. Sorush can push the Iniquitous Baptist by descending against the rounded edges atop this invisible collision, but let's just say it takes a very long time to move the boss even a teeny tiny bit. We're talking like 7 to 10 minutes of this process to move the boss 1 square's width of the arena. I must admit, like hunting with Sorush, it is not recommended, especially given the chance it'll reset to its original location upon exiting Sorush mode, and so completes another test to be filed under the category of pushing things. If you'd like to see a much more bizarre one where I murdered Rana by pushing her into water, you should see a link for that on screen now. It's also in the description. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, would appreciate a like and subscribe. This is Musashi, signing off. Till next time.